Welcome back. Today we're going to make Raisin Molasses sourdough bread. To begin, we're going to add 900 grams of unbleached all-purpose flour to our bowl. Next, we're going to add 60 grams of whole wheat flour. Next, we're going to add 17 grams of salt. To a jar, add 25 grams of coconut milk powder. Next, we are adding 25 grams of brown sugar to our jar. We're going to stir it really well, and then we will add it to the dry ingredients bowl. Next, add 12 grams of ground cinnamon to your dry ingredients bowl. Now we will go to our wet ingredients bowl. Next, we're going to add 470 grams of water. The next thing we want to add is 240 grams of active fed sourdough starter. To our jar now, we are going to add 30 grams of oil. The type of oil is up to you, whatever you have on hand. And next we're going to add 120 grams of molasses, fancy molasses type. If you go over a little bit, that's okay. I'm just going to stir these together, and then we'll move on to the next steps. So we're back. I'm just mixing the starter and the water together. Next, we are going to add the oil and the molasses, which I've stirred together as well. Thank you for your patience. Let's get this all mixed together and then we'll add it right into our wet ingredients bowl. Just wetting the gloves, getting in there, finishing up this mix now, bringing everything together. So we're back. I've cleaned down our work surface for kneading the dough now. And sprinkle this a little bit heavier than usual, only because the dough is super wet. Okay. Wet our gloves down and let's knead our dough. Yeah. So the thing about dough as well, just I never stress about these things anymore. If the dough is super wet, I just do my 15 minutes rest and I come back and knead it further. Remember, your scrapers are your best friend when it comes to dough that's sticking to your work surface. Okay, I'm going to continue on kneading. I'm not going to make you watch like the full 7 minutes. So I've just finished kneading the dough. I put it in a lightly oiled bowl. We're going to let it rest for 1 hour and we'll be back. Hi, so we're back. It's been an hour now since the dough has been rising. Just going to add raisins to our bread today. Oh, let's see how this goes. Going to give our board a light dusting. Flip it over this way so I can. I've never tried it this way before, so we're both going to learn together. What I'm doing is treating the dough as if it was having inclusions added to it. So usually raisins would get added in the dry ingredients, but someone named Dee forgot. So we're going to give her a go now. Okay. Actually does not look too bad. We'll see how it goes after the next rise. All right, I'm just going to put it back in the bowl, cover it, and let it rest for another hour, and then we'll check it. Be back in a bit. So we're back and the dough is ready. I've taken the total dough weight, which is 2,077. And now we're going to be making 4 loaves today. So we divide that. We get about 519 grams per loaf. So I'm just going to continue dividing the dough now, and I'll be back to do the pre-shape in a bit. So we have all our dough divided into the portions now. So we're going to do our pre-shaping on our dough now. Turn the dough in on itself. Then we're going to flip it over. Just do a rounding. So we're just going to finish pre-shaping all our pieces of dough. I'm going to cover them and rest them for 15 minutes, and I'll be back after that. So we're back. We're going to do our final shaping now. Bring the dough in on itself, as usual. Just doing the final shaping on our loaves. Going to get them into the loaf pans now. So our loaves are in the pan. I've covered them. I'm going to let them rise, and I'll be back when they're ready to go into the oven. So our loaves are ready to bake now. I'm going to put them in the oven, 350 degrees for 35 minutes. So our loaves are done. They came out really well. I did convert this recipe from an old recipe that I had over to sourdough, so I'm really happy with the results today. I hope you enjoyed the video and that you will give this a try. So I just want to take a minute to thank all the people who have subscribed to our channel or who will subscribe in the future. We really appreciate you. Thank you so much for your encouragement. We hope that you get at least one thing out of each one of our episodes that can help you. Please let us know if it does. We'd love to hear from you. Thank you so much, and until next time.